to do with Israel.
这个包括古印度和古中国的文明都没有。
But these four did.
但是这4个帝国都涵盖、都概括这个，就是都征服了以色列。
And these four were in the history of these four was in that part of the world which is the center of history of the world.
另外一个，实际上大家看见这4个帝国都是地处世界的中心，也是人类历史的中心点。因为人类历史的中心点在这个以色列，这个地球的中心实际上是在中东，是在以色列版图。因为以色列是神的选民，一切的事情，包括耶稣的降世和定死，都是在那里。那里是人类的中心点，也是人类历史的中心点。
And the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, it showed history right to the end, when the rock would fall upon the history of the world.
这个尼布甲尼撒王不但看见了他自己的这个国家，他也看见整个4大帝国最后的结局，包括那个从非人手凿出来的小石头击中了整个这个大的4个帝国以后，他们都灰飞烟灭，但是这个小石头变成一座大山，这是人类的最后的末了的这个结局。
You see, when that rock falls, all the nations in the world, not only the European, those around the Mediterranean, will be affected by that fall, and it'll be then that Jesus sets up His kingdom as King of the world.
当这个小石头非人手凿出来的石头击中的时候，倒下去的不仅仅是这4大帝国，是包括地上的列国。因为最后这小石头要变成一座大山，它才是那真正的永远坚立的国。
Then these Daniel's friends, they showed by their steadfastness in following God what God could do for them.
整个故事里面也看见了，就是但以理他的坚定不移对神的这个信仰，对神的这个服侍的这个忠心，包括他的同伴也是一样。
And God had built Nebuchadnezzar had built an idol, and it was a golden idol, and everybody had to worship it.
尼布甲尼撒建了一个很高大的金像，估计是这个招手就像天安门广场的这个毛主席像一样，就对人招手，很大。那所有的人万国万民人都要臣服在这个像面前来拜这个像。
And Nebuchadnezzar was determined that everybody was going to follow his religion.
然后这个尼布甲尼撒王就命令所有的地上的万国万族万民都要这个就是拜他的神。
I think that Nebuchadnezzar was very smart.
我们相信尼布甲尼撒是一个很聪明的人。
Because if everybody is following a single religion, they will stay together.
如果这个地上人都跟从一个信仰的话，那么他们就会变成一群人。
And so Nebuchadnezzar wanted to make his religion, and everybody that was in his empire would follow that religion.
所以作为统治者，他要什么？他要把所有的人都集合在一起，跟从一种宗教。这种宗教是由尼布甲尼撒自己可以操控的。这样的话，他就可以统治这个帝国，就可以太平无事。
So he says everybody must worship this image, and if you don't, you get thrown in a furnace.
他说，那他就下命令，你们每个人都要来，等到这个琴声响起，这个鼓点敲起的时候，你们都要这个3颗头5颗头了，反正就下这个命令，违背命令人都要被扔到这个火炉里面、火窑里面。
Daniel's 3 friends, they wouldn't bow down.
但是呢，但以理3个同伴呢，就不愿意跪拜这个像。
And so the other Babylonians around there saw it. They went back and told the king.
然后呢，这个巴比伦人嫉妒这个但以理和他同伴人，就跑去到尼布甲尼撒王面前，就参他们，就告他们一状。
But there were so many people there. The king can't see everybody.
很显然，那一天这个开光大典的时候，那一定是很多人在那个地方，尼布甲尼撒王才不会这个3个人才不会引起皇帝的注意的。
But very likely these 3 Jews were standing way out by the edge of the crowd.
那我们应该可以看见这3个人应该是在人群的这个边上，因为他们不想去参与这个事情的。
When everybody fell down, only they stood.
所以当所有的人都是背朝天的时候，就发现还有3个是脑袋朝天的，这是不
So
行
the。Babylonians around there, they said, we're going to tell the king. They didn't fall down.
所以巴比伦人平常就记恨在心，现在看见找到把柄，他们就跑去跟皇帝面前去告他们。
So they were brought up to see the king.
尼布甲尼撒人勃然大怒，说把他们招来。
And Nebuchadnezzar was worried about them.
那尼布甲尼撒实际上是为他们很担心。
He tried to get them to, he says, I'll give you a second chance. Bow down right here.
他实际上是要保护这几个人，因为他知道他们所信的神是不同的。那所以他就说：你们现在，我再给你们一次机会。本来我就可以把他们处死，我再给你们一次机会。
But if you don't, do you see the furnace over there?
他说：你们要是不办，你看看那边烧得通红的火窑子，看见没有？
And they answered him quite, well, as far as the king was concerned, they were quite insolent.
但是他们的回答，从我这个从皇帝的角度来讲，他们是狗胆包天。
They answered without any fear.
他们回答他的时候毫无惧怕。
Says, look at the God that we follow can deliver us.
他说呢，我们所敬拜的神将要解救我们。
But king, even if he doesn't deliver us, we're not going to worship the idol.
他说尼布甲尼撒，哪怕就是我们所侍奉的神今天就不拯救我们，我们也不能够拜你这个像。
The king says, I'm going to make sure that they die.
这个尼布甲尼撒实在气坏了，他说我现在要保证这3个人被烧成灰烬。
He told his people, he says, make that oven 7 times hotter than it is.
他说这个火窑，这边看见这个火窑，给我加把火，给我加把油，一定要给它烧到比平常7倍高的温度。
Then he called his strongest soldiers, it says.
然后他找来最强壮的士兵，
And they tied them up.
然后他们把这个3个单一节同伴绑起来。
And then those soldiers took them and threw them into the fire. And the fire was so hot that the soldiers were killed outside just from the heat that came up from
因为这个火窑子这个温度如此的高，高到什么程度？去扔这3个人的人不小心给着了以后，没办法救他们，这连抬他们扔他们的刽子手都被烧死。
And you know the story. Nebuchadnezzar was, after they were thrown in there, and then Nebuchadnezzar looking in the furnace possibly to see the bodies burn and finish up.
这个尼布甲尼撒这个里面记载，他在那看，他估计在看，他最好是看到他们在里面惨叫，然后这个整个尸体那个身体在里面滚动了一会儿就被烧成灰烬，他可能在查看。
But and then he was startled and he turned around. Hey, didn't we throw 3 people in there?
但是呢，他在那里看的时候，他发现非常的奇怪，他就很惊奇，他急忙起来问旁边人说：“哎，我们刚才扔进去几个人？”
And his people said, yeah, you said 3 people in there.
所以他们回答说：“是啊，是我们扔进去3个人。”
He says, how come I see 4?
他说：“我怎么看见里面有4个呢？
And they're walking around.
而且他们没有被烧死，他们还在里面走路呢。”
Those ropes that I tied them with aren't holding their feet and arms anymore.
他说：“我不是用绳子，他们扔进去的时候是绑得严严的，他们怎么好像绳子没绑上，4个人在里面走路呢？”
And look at the 4th one. He's brilliant like an
他说：“你们
angel.
看见没？这第4个，那第4个特别，他的面貌看起来像上帝的儿子。”
So he came up as near as he could to the oven, and he called them, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come forth and come hither.
他就特地跑到这个火窑门口说：“至高上帝的仆人撒达拉、米撒、亚伯尼哥，你们出来，到我这里来吧。”
And so they came out, and everybody saw them. They didn't even have the smell of smoke on them.
这3个人出来了，所有的人，包括钦差、总督、巡抚、王的谋士，一同聚集看这3个人。这3个人火没有办法伤他们，头发也没有烧焦，衣服也没有变色，甚至他们身上没有火燎的味道。
They stood firm, and God put that in the Bible to teach us. Stand firm, and the Lord will deliver us. But we have to have the same attitude that they had. Our God can deliver us. We don't know whether He will, but it doesn't matter. We will not follow the world.
所以这个故事被放在但以理书里面，也是对我们基督徒的一个勉励。为什么呢？ 我们像他们一样，尽管是放在7倍高的温度的这个火窑里面，也许我们现在就在某种状